You're watching Telecom TV from the Mobile Edge Computing Congress event in Munich. I'm joined now by Brent Hodges, IoT Solutions Planning and Product Strategy at Dell. Brent, thanks for joining us on Telecom TV. With the growth and interest of the Internet of Things, how can telcos capitalize on this potentially massive opportunity?
The telcos and service providers that Dell is working with, their involvement in IoT, it varies quite a bit as you talk to different ones, but they're all interested in how they can offer the next generation of services to their customers.
So how can Dell help telcos?
Dell is working with our telco and service provider partners around the globe in the areas of IoT. This has been a growing area of interest from the service providers, and Dell, especially now with Dell Technologies, we've got capabilities to offer infrastructure across the edge to the core to the cloud, and we're quite interested in working with our service provider partners to understand how we can evolve our infrastructure to support the next generation of applications, including IoT.
IoT is one of the three major use cases that we talk about with 5G. So how can Dell help telcos with the journey and the migration towards 5G?
In the aspect of IoT, the Internet of Things really is a diverse term, and as we talk to our customers about that, it's about specific use cases and applications. So it can be predictive maintenance in factories, it can be track and trace in a transport and logistics type environment. With carriers, it might even evolve towards CPE and types of equipment that they offer, again, where they can offer edge services, and the concept of mobile edge computing, of course, comes up a lot. We see that as, I like to call that kind of a business model change for the telcos as they consider that and understand what that means for them. Combine that with 5G and of course the technology that's changing and evolving and coming into being over the next few years, and you can see that telcos are in for a lot of change, and at Dell we're trying to help them with that change and providing the right infrastructure equipment for them.
You mentioned mobile edge computing, but what exactly defines MEC?
Yeah, so mobile edge computing is a set of services that telcos and service providers are offering, or wish to offer, I should say. They're defining them today, hoping to offer them in the future at the edge of their core networks. It seems to be a bit of discussion whether it's actually in the core or just outside or on the edge of the core. So what I've learned is that the definition of edge varies, perhaps by the latency required in a particular application or use case. So, mobile edge computing is kind of a bit of a catch-all at some level, but we like to focus on working with service providers on understanding their use cases and models of things that they wish to offer to their customers, because in a lot of cases those are the same products and services that Dell can offer to our enterprise customers.
So how does Dell help telcos from edge networks through core networks and to the cloud?
Dell offers edge to core to cloud infrastructure for enterprises around the globe, including service providers. One area that we've invested in as a company is called Open Fog Consortia, and Dell's a founding member. It was established late in 2015, but is already seeing tremendous growth. I think we've approached about 50 members in 10 months or so, and the message is clear. We are looking for ways of offering architectures that scale from the edge to the core to the cloud. So we're not a standards organization, so we're not trying to enter into a standards fray, another standards war. It's the last thing that we need, but we are looking to help orchestrate systems that can be managed by IT professionals. We've got security and manageability and aspects of serviceability that we want to make sure come through these architectures that get united in the standards bodies, and so we're working with organizations like Etsy and their mobile edge computing initiatives and standards so that we can ensure this kind of broad ecosystem, edge to core to cloud, can be secured and managed in a logical way.
So open fog, two magic words in that. One is open and one is fog. First of all, what exactly is fog computing?
Yes, it's a great question. I wasn't around for the naming of open fog because when I first heard it, I had a bit of an adverse reaction. But what was explained to me is actually kind of taken hold. It's the idea fog is really a cloud close to the ground. So one way which we describe, fog computing is about aspects of cloud computing brought closer to the things or to where work is being done. So that's an easy way to kind of remember how does fog computing fit into this. It's not an either-or conversation from versus fog versus cloud. It's really more of an additive idea, and how do we create computing paradigms that exist at the edge or the fog that will help grow the infrastructure like we've seen the growth of cloud computing over the last 5 to 10 years.
And why open?
Yeah, so the open side of open fog is probably the key part of that statement because of what it represents. So the idea, again, it's not a standards organization, so we're not setting standards, but we are encouraging an open ecosystem that can rapidly evolve, with today's technologies and with today's users, really, that they're not into closed systems and into development environments that don't fit their application needs. So really open is a key and core part of what we do at the Open Fog Consortia.
So how do you hope that telcos will embrace the concepts behind open fog?
We think fog computing for telcos is really an important aspect because it links from edge to core to cloud, and it really kind of leverages off of the ideas that have been established now in the last few years in cloud computing, brings them closer to the edge. That's really what fog computing is about. So for telcos, we think they can play an active role in encouraging the future applications that are developed to run well across their entire infrastructure. So from the edge of the network all the way back to the cloud.
So in summary, how can Dell help telcos and service providers with both their technology and business transformation?
So Dell is working with our telco and service provider partners around the globe to really take advantage of the fog, the edge, the cloud, as well as the core networks that the telcos already have. And so as you're seeing more virtualization happen across the telco's infrastructure, we believe adding in the edge or the fog is really the next element. We see a lot of interest in the Internet of Things, and Dell's launched a new line of products in that whole space. So we really want to help link up those new products and applications and services into a very important communications environment represented by the telcos.
Brent, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.